15 and 22. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now I can kind of see why he's probably not claiming it, because it looks bad on his reputation, because he has a history. Like if you look at like even Beyonce, like he was in his 30s and Beyonce was barely 19.
The big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and
Is your father? I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have had to do. Like it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like just can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair.
Jay-Z's alleged son, Rymir Satterthwaite, just caught another big break. And this time, it's thanks to none other than 50 Cent. Yup, 50 is now stepping in, offering to help Rymir take legal action against Jay-Z. And this comes right after a judge officially gave Rymir the green light to move forward with his case. Meanwhile, Jay-Z is reportedly sweating bullets over this. Instead of agreeing to a simple DNA test that could clear everything up once and for all, he decided to put out this strange statement accusing Rymir of harassing him for years. On top of that, Jay's legal team is now threatening to drag Rymir into court and expose his lies. At least that's what they're claiming. But here's where things get way more serious. Word on the street is that the real reason Jay-Z's been ducking this DNA test might have to do with how old Rymir's mother was when all of this went down. According to Rymir, his mom Wanda wasn't even a legal adult when 22-year-old Jay allegedly got her pregnant.
How old was she when you were born?
15 going on 16.
And everything saying that they had met. Now, how old was Jay-Z at the time?
I think like 22.
That's a huge allegation. So what's Jay really trying to cover up? Some folks already know that Jay almost got caught up in another scandal not too long ago involving his friend Diddy. One of Diddy's accusers said that Jay and Diddy both groped her when she was 13. Now, the woman eventually agreed to drop the lawsuit. But this story is far from over. She just came forward again saying she never took back her accusations. She claims the only reason she dropped the lawsuit was because Jay allegedly sent private investigators to scare her into silence. And the wildest part, almost no media outlets are even reporting this. It's like the whole thing is getting swept under the rug. Just take a look at places like TMZ or Shade Room. You won't find a single word about the Rymir situation over there.
Rymir was shot at somewhere in September. He was in a parking lot with other people near where he's at living now. And out of all the cars there, his was the only one shot up. So we believe that was a nexus or a connection, I believe, between the case and what's going on, because it was around the time.
This whole situation has been bubbling for weeks now, but the big celebrity news outlets are acting like it's not even happening. It's the same pattern they used with the Jane Doe case. None of them touched that either.
In addition to that, we've had people come to my home in the past, driving on the grass. We have people knocking on the door at 4 o'clock in the morning. We've been through all of it, mostly around the filing time.
And just last week, a judge actually threw out Jay-Z's defamation lawsuit against attorney Tony Busby, the same lawyer representing Jane Doe. That's no small deal. It's clear that a lot of this stuff is getting quietly brushed under the rug. And let's be real, most bloggers and media platforms seem way too nervous to call Jay-Z out.
This is a bigger picture than this. We want to try to make a difference with the Pro Se Act or the Legal Abuse Act, bringing new legislation and trying to sit down at the table with the lawmakers to make a difference. In addition to the fact, because, like you said before, Mr. Carter might not never do anything, and I'm sure he probably won't, but it ain't about him. This is about the system allowing things to happen that were very agreed and put our lives at stake in some regards. So I just wanted to say that's what another reason why we were still going to the criminal stuff for the second time. This time the prosecutor's office locally did get involved, but everything is slow moving and things are happening, and it's corruption going on. The law says in New Jersey that if the person who resists to take the test is presumed the father, That's what the law says. Here in New Jersey, anybody who don't want to do it and go away from doing it or prevents from doing it is presumed the father. So right now, he's presumed the father. He's not even alleged.
But you know who's not staying quiet? 50 Cent. He's been openly clowning Jay for dodging that DNA test, and now it's being reported that 50 actually reached out to Rymir and offered him his legal team to help him fight this case. Jay-Z's team is definitely feeling the pressure. His lawyers are scrambling right now, trying to shut down Rymir's case as fast as possible. They've even launched a whole PR campaign, trying to paint Rymir as unstable, just to distract from the real issue. But here's the thing. Jay-Z is out here spending all this money on lawyers when a simple low-cost DNA test could clear his name in minutes. That's got people wondering what's really going on. And this time, Rymir actually has the upper hand. With all these receipts dropping and 50 Cent standing in his corner, things are definitely looking shaky for Jay. Now let's break down 50 Cent's role in this whole mess. He decided to jump right into the drama between Jay-Z and his alleged son Rymir. First, he trolled Jay on Instagram, pointing out how Jay and Rymir actually look alike. That's what he said. But 50 didn't stop there. Sources close to the situation are saying 50 personally reached out to Rymir and offered the support of his top legal team. He even posted a cryptic message on Instagram saying, "A good lawyer knows the law, a great lawyer knows the judge." That one statement has people talking non-stop. This might just change everything. Up until now, Rymir's case has pretty much been ignored by all the major media outlets. But ever since 50 Cent got involved, things have changed fast. Suddenly, Jay-Z's team is on defense, scrambling to shut the whole thing down and discredit Rymir before the situation blows up any further. Jay-Z just filed brand new court documents asking the judge to dismiss Rymir's case completely. According to paperwork obtained by Us Weekly, Jay claims this lawsuit is nothing but the latest chapter in what he calls decades of harassment. His legal team says all of these fabricated allegations have already been rejected by multiple courts in the past, and they're accusing Rymir of flat-out ignoring previous rulings. They even claim Rymir's so-called harassment already led to a contempt order. But here's the thing. Rymir's former legal guardian, Dr. Lily Coley, who's also a paralegal, isn't letting that slide. She's calling out Jay-Z's new court filing and saying it's full of straight-up lies. In her statement, Dr. Coley made it clear, this story was not fabricated. Wanda's affidavit has been on record for years and it's never been withdrawn. That's what she said. According to Dr. Coley, Wanda's statement is the reason Rymir even knows who his alleged father might be. She also claims Jay-Z's team is lying when they say Rymir was ever held in contempt of court. Dr. Coley made it crystal clear, no one involved in this case, not Rymir, not his late mother Wanda, and not even herself has ever been held in contempt. But the biggest point she made, the question of Rymir's paternity has never actually been fully addressed in court. Dr. Coley said, there has never been a discovery hearing or final ruling that resolves the paternity or other issues. And somehow, that key fact keeps getting left out of the media's coverage. And let's not forget another huge piece of this story, the age of Rymir's late mother, Wanda, when all of this allegedly started. That part keeps getting ignored too. Let's go back to the timeline. Rymir first popped up in the media back in early 2015 when news broke that he had filed a paternity suit against Jay-Z the year before, in 2014. That first complaint was filed with the help of his guardian, Dr. Coley. And from the jump, things got sketchy. That complaint was immediately shut down. And according to Dr. Coley, it's because Jay-Z and his lawyer, Lisa Fisher, allegedly brought fake and fraudulent information into court. But Rymir didn't back down. In 2018, he filed new documents accusing Jay-Z of using his fame and money to dodge a simple paternity test. And here's where it gets really shady. The courts kept telling Rymir that his biological father had already been confirmed. But when he finally got a copy of his own birth certificate, guess what? There's no father listed at all. But that's not even the craziest part. Rymir later found out that some members of his own legal team were secretly working behind the scenes with Jay-Z's lawyers. How wild is that? In an interview with The Sun, Rymir said he's been robbed of his right to a fair hearing because of legal mistakes and straight-up malpractice. He also shared that his mother, Wanda, first told him Jay-Z was his father when he was just 8 years old.
I'm not a lawyer. They try to use all type of things, res judicata and all type of things to say, hey, whoever was on his birth certificate, that was the, you know what I mean? That was the dad. And that's not how the course works. So we did everything we had to do to, you know, show them that wasn't. My pop, the person I was calling my pop took the DNA test. It was straight out there. Only other name was Jay-Z. He basically just sawed it and skedaddle. They try to use all this craziness to hold the case up, and I'm like, well, damn, if this was anybody else, I'm like, all right, the first 2 years.
They would have ordered them by now. They do that. Especially, like hey, take the test. Hell, in most cases, you can start drawing child support without a goddamn paternity. It makes them want to come do it.
According to Wanda, she and Jay had a fling back in 1992 at his aunt's apartment in the Brooklyn projects. Wanda said they used protection that night, but it failed. After that, she never saw Jay again and had no way to reach him. Things took a heartbreaking turn in 2010 when Wanda's health started to decline. That's when Lily Coley, a family friend and paralegal, was granted custody of Rymir. Lily also spoke to The Sun at the time, revealing that Wanda told her she got pregnant right after meeting Jay-Z, when she was only 15 or 16 years old. That's a serious allegation, and it makes this whole case even more complicated. And it gets darker. According to a lawsuit Rymir filed in Philadelphia in 2018, Jay-Z's legal team allegedly made Wanda sign legal documents while she was in the hospital, recovering from a medicated coma. They reportedly swapped out Lily's name on the petition without her consent, and for shady reasons. That move ended up getting the whole case tossed out of the Philadelphia court. Rymir's family says they've never seen corruption like that before, and the pain it caused was beyond words. But things didn't stop there. It got even more sinister. When Rymir and Dr. Coley went on Hip Hop News Uncensored, they revealed that Rymir was shot after filing his lawsuit against Jay-Z. That's what they said. And get this, Lily says that around the same time Rymir filed the lawsuit, random people started showing up at her doorstep trying to scare her into staying quiet. That's next level intimidation. Lily also pointed out that this case is about more than just Jay-Z. It's about exposing how the rich and powerful can twist the legal system in their favor. She says it's time for real change, laws that protect regular people from this kind of legal abuse. Meanwhile, Rymir isn't giving up. He filed a brand new lawsuit, this time against the New Jersey court system itself, plus several judges. He's accusing them of working with Jay-Z for over a decade to get his cases thrown out. In the lawsuit, Rymir and Dr. Coley claim that Jay-Z lied under oath, saying he didn't own any property in New Jersey. Why? Because if the court believed that, they'd think they had no jurisdiction over him. That's a major accusation.
If it was anything, if y'all felt like we was lying, why y'all ain't dismiss the case with prejudice? Why do y'all keep having us come in there and file and pay all this money and keep filing and filing for years? Why? If y'all didn't see anything wrong with the case, why is it not over? But the only thing I'm asking is, I don't want no money from you. You know, if you want to have that relationship, if it was true, that's just on you. You know, I'm just showing you that I'm fighting for what I believe in is right. And I want all the kids and everyone that come behind me. If you missing the parents, it's all about, sometimes that's all you need to know your parents says. You don't need nothing from them. It close the book. It just helped me, you know, go on with my life and just be straight. It's not like I'm looking for anything, looking for you to bring me up where you at or bring me with your family and all. I still got my own family, but I just want you to be like, just think about it. Like, we could have got this, you know, over with, and through all this, I still respect you, even though I might not like you. I respect everybody.
I was gonna say, how do you view him now?
And it's like, and when I say I don't like you, it's not even it's just that I feel like, you know, y'all sit at the top and y'all forgot where y'all came from, and sometimes you got to bring yourself down to the bottom. You can't sit at the top and think all these, you know, I'm rich and all that. And if I go to court, this would affect this. And sometimes you just got to get it over with. If you believe this wasn't true, it would have been over with, you know. And for you to let me just sit here and after all this, my mom passed away. And I'm not saying you physically, but dragging us to court and all that, not taking care of the problem. It's just, you let it happen. So it's like, you could have got this over with. If it wasn't true, we could have, you know, I would apologize. Yeah, I apologize in front of the world. Hey, it could have been done, but obviously it's something you hide.
But here's where things really start to heat up. Rymir's team found property deeds and tax records with Jay-Z's name on them, proving he does own property in New Jersey. So that whole claim about no jurisdiction looks like that wasn't true at all. Rymir's complaint also calls out 6 different judges who he says were involved in this mess. According to the lawsuit, these judges worked with Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, to keep pretending he didn't own any property in New Jersey. And why? Because if the court believed that, it made it easier for them to keep tossing out Rymir's cases. Rymir and Dr. Coley say this is about more than just court paperwork. This is about wealth and power being used to manipulate the entire system. They're claiming Jay-Z used his influence to get their lawsuits denied and blocked at every turn. And things got even scarier when Rymir started speaking out publicly. According to the lawsuit, someone shot at Rymir's car, and both he and Dr. Coley were followed around their own neighborhood by unknown people. They even said cars pulled up onto their lawn at 4 o'clock in the morning. They believe these weren't just random events. They're convinced it was all part of a campaign to silence them. Now, Rymir and Dr. Coley are suing the court system itself, plus the judges involved. They're saying this was a violation of their constitutional rights and that Rymir was robbed of the chance to finally get the closure he deserves. In a recent interview with Tasha K, Rymir and Lily confirmed once again, Wanda was about 15 or 16 years old when she got pregnant, and Jay-Z was 22. That's what they're saying, and it's a major part of why this case matters. At first, the court tried to dismiss the paternity case by claiming the man listed on Rymir's birth certificate must be his father, but Rymir took a DNA test with that man, and it proved he's not the dad. Rymir also made a powerful point. If the court truly thought he was lying, they could have just thrown the case out with prejudice and been done with it. But they didn't, because deep down, they know this situation isn't so simple. And here's something else Rymir made clear. He's not chasing Jay-Z's money. He even said that if the DNA test shows Jay-Z isn't his father, he'll publicly apologize. That's how confident he is in the truth. But there's a new rumor swirling around, and it might explain why Jay-Z is still refusing to take that DNA test. According to some sources, Wanda's age might not be the only thing Jay-Z is trying to hide. The real reason could be something way darker. If you want to stay updated on this story, make sure you subscribe, like, and drop a comment below. Let's talk about it.